Hi guys, it's Chris here. This time, as you guessed from the video, it's going to be a VR to the lovely Kelly Bear. She created an amazing tag which is called hashtag 54321tarot, and I find it brilliant. I loved it, and so I decided to make a video. It's a generally free tag. You can choose what you will show as long as you show 5 tarot decks that will have a theme. Any theme. It might be 5 tarot decks you hate, 5 tarot decks you got gifted, or 5 tarot decks you never use, 5 tarot decks you use all the time, anything. But it has to do, you will have to show 5 decks. Then 4 books with tarot, again with a theme. 3 spreads, 2 habits or paraphernalia that again have to do with tarot, and then give an advice or share your favorite card from the tarot or the card that you would like to become at some point, what the card that represents you. So it's fabulous. Go check Kelly Bear's video on this. It's a really beautiful video. I also watched Simon's from the Hermit's Cave video response, and here's mine. Yeah, let's begin. Oh, I also wanted to tell Kelly that she mentioned in her video that she would love to become the Queen of Wands, and she's kind of like the Page of Wands and Knight of Wands. I see you, Kelly, as the Queen of Wands, and I see you as a lovely, fiery person who embodies all the characteristics from the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King of Wands. And look at this, you create tags and we all go crazy, you give decks names and we use them. So you have your own power, and I love it. I love it. So yeah, that was my shout out to Kelly. So let's begin. The 5 decks. I chose to go with my 5 favorite Rider-Waite-Smith based decks. I've never done something like that. I've shared my favorite decks at the time. I shared my favorite Lenormand decks. I shared decks that I like, etc. But I've never done my favorite Rider-Waite-Smith decks. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember ever sharing that. So these are my 5 decks, my top 5 Rider-Waite decks. And right at the beginning we got the Tarot Vintage, which the amazing Andrea Wirk gifted to me. And since I got this deck in my hands, I couldn't let it down. It speaks to me. It is me. It is me in a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I love how they have aged the cards to look vintagey, but it feels amazing. I love everything about it. The colors, how they have done it, the size, the feel you have when you have the deck in your hands. It's an amazing deck. I love this. I want to hold it all the time. It feels perfect in my hands. It really does. Another favorite, my top 5 Rider-Waite-Smith decks is the After Tarot, which was gifted to me by my sweetheart. And this deck is showing what happens a moment after the traditional picture we get, image we get from in the Rider-Waite deck. So we got this. I love this. I love this image. It's all a moment after the traditional picture was taken, let's say, if you were a photograph. What happens a moment after? And I find this deck so insightful. It gives so much information you can use to enhance your reading. And she's mirroring herself here. I just noticed. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. And the rabbit is running. And I've created a spread where I use the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, the After, and the New Vision to have a better and bigger image of the situation. And this is really amazing, this deck. I mean, look at this. And I remember doing a reading, and yeah, it was about something, it was a difficult time, and then this Three of Swords came out, and it was like the difficult times are over and now you need to heal. And this was so perfect for that moment, and it's really amazing how this deck works. So this is another one. Another one is, as I mentioned it right now, the New Vision Tarot. This is the mini deck, and I love it. I love that I have the mini deck from it. This is the New Vision Tarot, and we get the image of the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith from the back side of the images. So that's the Emperor, and we see the back of his throne, the Queen of Pentacles, and we usually see her from that side, but now we see her from the back. The Eight of Wands, the Five of Swords. We see what the two men who are leaving see if they look back. The Two of Swords. We see her from the sea. We usually see the Two of Swords, the woman holding the swords, and then we see the sea and the moon. And now we see what we don't usually see. We are from the sea, sorry, and we see what she is, what she can see if she takes out the blindfold. So yeah, it's a lovely, lovely Rider-Waite-Smith style deck. Then I also absolutely love the borderless Rider-Waite-Smith. I love the images, how they have been kind of aged. And this was something I really liked before I got the Tarot Vintage. It's just a different coloration, and I love what they've done here with the colors of the cards. And I love that it's borderless, and yeah, I really love this this edition. I'm just going quickly. I don't want this video to be too long. And the fifth, and they are not in order, is the Circular Tarot Original, the circular edition, also gifted to me by my sweetheart. And this is a circular deck. And it's the only circular deck I got. Love this. And you got the traditional images, but in a circle. And there has been lots added to the image, so you get a better view and a whole image of the cards. So it gives more information again, and it's beautiful to look at and also to use. And I just love this. So yeah, these are my 5 top Rider-Waite-Smith, let's say, style decks. Now, as far for the 4 books, I'm going to start with the Tarot Bible. That's the Greek edition, and Simon from the Hermit's Cave mentioned this book again too, and I love this book. It's a really good book for beginners. I'm going with 4 books that give a lot of information about tarot, that you can, if you have these 4 books, you have a lot of information. So this book talks about tarot, how to use it, etc. And then you've got keywords, phrases that enhance the meaning of the card. You've got the image of the card, and then you got the meaning. But what is special about this book is that you got lots and many spreads that you can use, and they are divided into relationship, everyday life, revealing spreads, etc. So if you're new to tarot and you get the Tarot Bible, you get the meanings of the tarot, keywords, a really good base, plus I think it's more over 20 spreads that you get with this. And in the end of the book, you also got I think associations. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you got tables here, like you get the Fool. I'm translating. This is the Fool, and this is the color of the candle, which is white, and for what kind of spells you can use them. For the Magician, you got the yellow candle and what spells you can use. So it's really interesting. It's a really interesting book. Another really amazing book is the 365 Tarot Spreads by Sasha Graham. I love her. She's amazing. And this book is what it has. It has a spread for every day of the year, and you get information about that day, and the spread has to do with this day and this information you get. So this is February 7th. This is when Pinocchio, whatever you will call it, was released back in 1940, and then you get a spread about that, and you also get some extra historical information and information about the card, and that's what the book is all about. And I love it because it's like a workbook, kinda. You get information about every day of the year, and you also get a spread you can do, and it's something really interesting to do every day. I love this. Another book is Tarot and Astrology by Corinne Kenner. And this book is the book that connects tarot with astrology. And as you can see, you got here the Zodiac Association. You also got this in the Minor Arcana, where they belong. There are lots of tables here and spreads that you can use. And it's a really informative book, and it's a really interesting book, and it really enhances your tarot reading, especially if you want to work with the question, when is something going to happen, or when did this begin, etc. It makes time in tarot more specifically, and it also gives you more information about a person using astrology when you do a reading, or about a situation. And another book I really love is this one. It's in German. It's called Tarot. It came with this deck, which I was gifted by the lovely Andrea Wirk again. This book has the meanings, has some spreads, and I love that it has some combinations. If 2, 3 or more, or 4, let's say, cards of the same number come in a reading. So for example, if you got 2 sevens, there's true love. If you have 3 sevens in a reading, it's luck. And if you have 4, 7, there are intrigues, lies, you've been lied to, or someone tries to steal something away from you. And then you also got some information about what the suits mean in terms of time. Again, for example, the wands are months, and the swords are the wands are weeks, and the swords are months, and coins are years, and cups are days. So you can work with us. So this gives you a lot of extra information. So these are the 4 books that, in my opinion, give you something extra information about tarot and can help you with your readings. Now we will have 3 spreads that I love using. I love the 3-card spread, but what I do is I use the counting method. So for example, when I put the first card out, and this is the Emperor has the number 4, I count 1, 2, 3 cards from the top, and I then lay out the 4th card. And in this case, we are lucky. I will not have to count for long. We have the High Priestess, which is the number 2. So 1, and I open the card 2. And there we have it. And I love doing this counting reading, and because I see it like evolving. You are here, you will get here, and it will result to this. So this is a reading I do almost every day, and I love this, and it gives a general feeling about the situation we want to have a reading about. Another spread I love doing is the what I know and what I don't know spread. And this consists of 5 cards. The first card is the situation at hand. The second card is what we know. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this spread. So this is where you are right now, what we know, what we don't know, and we have to learn. Above is the advice, and then below the last card is the outcome, what will result. I love this. This is also a really good reading spread about getting information about a situation and see where we are at and where will this evolve. I love doing this. And then I also love another reading, and I'm going to use the mini deck for this. Another spread, I'm using the word reading all the time, which where we use 3 cards at the top. You've seen this spread in my Instagram accounts lots of times too. So the 3 cards which tells us the situation at hand. We don't count or anything. We pick the 3 first cards after we have shuffled the cards, the situation, and then we get 1 card for earth, 1 for air, fire, and water. So we can see what the elements bring to the situation. And then 2 extra cards to like what else do we need to know? You know, what is outside, what outside forces are there. And then we take the last card of the deck, which is the problem or what we need to work at. And again, the next top card, which is the solution to this, the advice. So this is no reading, I just took out the cards as they were. These are the spreads, the 3 spreads that I love using, and these are the spreads that I go to when I just want to play with my cards, you know, or if I just have a question. These are the first spreads that I will use in order to see where I'm at and how I have to act. Now, 2 habits that I have, or paraphernalia. What I have is when I get a new deck, I put it against my chest, against my heart, and let it feel my heart beating, so that it connects with me and my energy. And after I feel that it's enough, I take it and I hold it like this and maybe open it a little bit, and then I blow into the cards so that the cards will get my energy again and they connect with me. That's one thing I do. The other thing I do is when I want to read the tarot and I take the cards before doing anything else, I just knock them 3 times on my table or anywhere I am and doing my reading. Kelly says she knocks on the deck. What I found to work for me and I feel comfortable doing is just knock it. So it wakes its energy, it wakes up, and I just look through the cards and then I start shuffling and doing my reading. That's personal stuff, that's what I do. And it works for me. Everyone has different habits, and these are mine. And we are about 20 minutes. That's good. I wanted to be quick, so it wouldn't be boring for you. I hope you enjoyed the video so far. And the last one is 1 card or an advice. And I'm going to show you a card which represents me. And I think that I am this card. I'm really happy looking at this card. I love the 9 of Pentacles in general in the tarot, but the 9 of Pentacles, my absolute favorite 9 of Pentacles, is from the Everyday Witch Tarot, and that's the one. This is me. This is me. This is so me. Sitting somewhere nice in nature, or outside, anywhere, having something to drink, something to eat, a book, and just relaxing and enjoying the day, the time, anything. Just being with the book and something to drink and something to eat, somewhere comfortable and just relaxing. That's me. That's me. And then doing readings, of course, on the table. Yeah, that's the card I wanted to share with you. This is my absolute favorite, Nine of Pentacles. And yeah, that's me. So yeah, that's my VR to Kelly Bear. I hope that you enjoyed this video and enjoyed my whatever I showed you, the books, the decks, my little stories. Sorry if it was a little bit quick, but I didn't want it to last forever. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Kelly, for creating this tag, and wishing you everyone the best. Take care and see you soon. See you in the next one.